Well, we got called to the principal's office, so let's see what we did. Ishgardian priest. She gives me a deep bow. We are honored to receive you, Mistress Astroma. This way, please. See the giant doors to the cathedral thing. See the Pope-looking guy sitting on his throne with a few guards surrounding him on either side.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
Oh, America's here.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise.
So the Pope guy he looks like a Pope guy. He has a gigantic long beard and mustache that goes all the way down to his waist. He has really big eyebrows, and it's all white. So his beard is white, his massive eyebrows are white. And not only are his eyebrows massive, but they basically stick straight up, almost like he's perpetually pissed off. Like he's got resting pissed off face. He's got a, big massive hat like a Pope would. The basically crown of it, at the bottom of the hat is golden. It's got a blue stripe that goes straight up, and it's mostly white. And his robes are mostly white and gold, with underneath the robes seem to be another robe that's blue. And the sleeves of his robes are so long that they literally drag on the ground. Even though he's sitting on his throne, his sleeves drag on the ground. And he's got a long staff in his right hand.
I am Thorin the Seventh, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavens Ward were in receipt of erroneous information.
The knight, Zephyrin, he's got short blonde hair and is kind of bowing his head. And he's got white armor with the kind of a blue and gold accents, like in the fight that we had.
Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain.
Right? How can anyone friggin' doubt me after all that? But I guess there's always someone. Either that or he's actually got some kind of evil plot going on and he was trying to kill me. But now that it failed, he's like, oh, oops, sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Swear. Pinky swear.
That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
I'm telling you, man, this Archbishop guy, he's evil.
Your Eminence,
He just gives him a look.
As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
everyone leaves. And I mean everyone, it's just me and the Archbishop left. America looks at me as he leaves.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians?
I look shocked.
Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them. Have entertained them as guests, even.
I knew it! You're evil. Flashback.
Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons.
You see an Ascian speaking to the Pope guy.
I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them.
Can't tell if that's Laha Bray or not.
Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
I nod, stoically. I still think you're evil. I'm waiting for the day you betray me. It's gonna happen. Can't have some kind of a kingly ruler type dude dealing with the Ascians that isn't gonna end with me, you know, being attempted murder. That's just how that is. Alright, let's speak to... Oh, Tataru's here, so let's speak to Tataru. I nearly cried when you stepped forward at the tribunal, Suikyun. Thank you, thank you, thank you! You're welcome. Anything for you, Tataru. Speak to Alphanon.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you?
I still swear his voice is different.
Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced.
I don't think so. He's gonna pull the rug on me and he's gonna be evil. I liked Alphanon's previous voice.
By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well.
He thinks.
We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you.
Tataru, what did you not tell me?
When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauban is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiffon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauban.
Yep. Lucky number 7. I'm not sure why that's an achievement. I'm not sure what I did. Flame General Affairs. Let's see what the pirate lady wants. Elfenad. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Ah, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortemps and a Lominsian consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Rauban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Lominsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Zenthiel at Bulwark Hall, on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Let's see what Tattoo says real quick. Gods, I hope we're not too late to save General Rauban. I should have told you sooner. About the execution, I mean. But what with the trials and everything? I understand. Zenthiel. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her. Alright, let's go.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
She also have a different voice actress?
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Ul'dah, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Elfino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Ul'dah Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing.
That is Enzahar Slefferson.
To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Merwib. Rauban's survival is vital to the Eorzean alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Ul'dah. 'Twould spell the end of the alliance and war. Like as not, if there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. Alphanod nods. Alphanod. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Merwib. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphanon. By way of first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Alphanod looks to me and we nod at each other. here? I don't see anything. Also, I forgot I had a black chocobo. Black chocobo's cool. Is she maybe up? Yeah, she's up here somehow. Oh, let's speak to Elphanon. Could she be the Doman contact of whom the Admiral spoke? Let's see. It's Higiri. Mr. Suikyun, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Appreciate it. In search of Ruban. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Linsum Luminsa that you were searching for General Ruban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marisaha pit. At the same juncture, Yuyuhas and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Dware's kind of hiding behind a little stand here at the bridge. Dware, I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu House and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Let's speak to Elphanon real quick. Ruban's ties to Halatali are well known. That Ilberd should choose this of all places to stage his execution is no coincidence. The fiend. Are there no depths to which he will not stoop? I mean, he's tried to slice Ruban's arm off, and they were supposed to be, what, childhood friends? He even called him his brother. Now let's speak to Hozan. You come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilberd arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Ruban is being held within. That's a lot of options. What is this? A gate ring of fending. Oh, it's just rings. These are level 50 rings. Keeping the flame alive. Pretty literally. Hozan. There is no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Oh, this is a single... Okay, I thought I was going to go into like an instance, but this is a single player thing. Alright, let's see. See a crystal brave in their blue uniform. We're hiding behind a house. Yay, ninja lady.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Yugiri! Yeah, I got you confused with Higiri. I'm like, isn't that the... But that doesn't look like her, but yeah. Yugiri! Awesome.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Rauban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
She nods.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
So basically the guy had thrown something on the ground that caused a little puff of smoke and a flash. And my character actually had to look away because I was like, dude, that's just bright. And then off screen, all that noise of fighting that happened off screen. Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. This bodes ill. Take the lead, Suiki, and I shall follow close upon you. Can I talk to you? Nope. Alright, it's all business then. I don't know where we are. I think we're underground in some kind of maybe catacombs? Wait, are we basically in an instance? Like a normal duty? This might be bad. Because I don't have anyone other than the NPCs with me, so I have to rely on NPCs.
Away with you!
Logic to help me. But at least I'm a healer, so if nothing else, I can keep everyone alive. Including myself. As far as I can tell, I'm the only one doing damage. Oh wait, I should have my, AoE skill. I'm so used to going into instances where I'm not allowed to have my AoE skill.
Leave this to me!
Not even sure what this area is supposed to be for. There's like hanging spiked balls and hanging metal balls and... Is this some kind of like arena? And people just played with spike balls. All of the capillary. You're gone. The General, but where's his captors? I mislike the look of this. General! This is totally a trap. You came. I did, yeah. Why are you surrounded by a force field? Giddy. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It way well may be booby-trapped. Alphanod. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. I nod, stoically. Question mark. That will not be necessary. Who's this? Oh, Yu Haas. He's the Lalafell Crystal Brave dude. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly unto the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. He smiles. Such a dick. We take out our weapons. Farewell, friends. Oh, and do try to relax. They tell me struggling only makes it worse. Confound it! The mist stifles my healing. Leave me! Save yourselves! We cannot let them escape, so we can force the gate. Can I beat up the gate? I guess I'm beating up the gate. Throwing rocks at a metal gate, I'm sure that's going to work out splendidly. Beasts, the mist must be drawing them. I guess there's enemies behind me, but I don't care. Break the gate. There we go. See, I broke the gate. Ha! The way is clear. Oh, we got slimes. The mist remains. We must stop it at its source. Well, I'm trying to kill this stupid slime. I shall tend to the General. Pray to see the mist and the key. The Braves have the key. Alright, I'm going. My thanks. Alphanod. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Yugiri. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. Yeah, right, let's quit this fucking place. Ilberd. I should have known. What a clever contrivance to the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. Got Ilberd, Yu Haas, and one of the other bastards over there. Alphanod whips out his book very menacingly. Ilberd. Oh, it's also the friggin'... Yeah, it's Ilberd, Yu Haas, and the... it starts with an L. Like Lucient or Lancaster, whatever the fuck that dude's name is. That's a traitor guy from the Whale Lords or whatever. Yeah, fuck that guy. Ilberd. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, scions. Let's get this over with. Dude, I have beaten up basically literal gods. What have you done? Sultana's assassins are here. Crystal Braves, 2 arms. Whatever it takes to survive. Have you not told them that you killed her? I am no hero. I never was and never will be. You don't have to be a hero. You doesn't... You not being a hero doesn't mean you have to be the villain. My strength has left me. Yes, Ravon, I know, you're still super covered, I get it.
I have you now.
Hey! What are you doing, Ilbert? Get over there. No, stop it! It's like I'm talking to a dog. Hope I didn't kill the dog. For my holy.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Why does this part have voice acting? It's just kind of weird. Except you won't. Fucker.
This changes nothing.
Elbert, I think it does.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you'd best wake up.
The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing.
It looks smooth on.
If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
He's pointing his sword at Ruban, and he looks quite pissed. He throws something on the ground which creates a flash of bright light. We shield our eyes from it.
You'll not get away!
That was kind of silly, because all he did was move like 5 feet back past the gate. He didn't do like a ninja and just, vanish. He just moved 5 feet.
No, Master Alphinaud. Now is not the time.
Yagiri holds out her hand to stop Alphinaud from running forward. We go to Ruban's aid. I'm sure he's still missing an arm.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
Yeah, it looks like he's still missing an arm.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
What will you say to Ruban? We stand with you? On your feet, Gladiator. This fight is not over. Yeah, I want to go with on your feet, Gladiator. This fight is not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Olorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? No way.
What? But how can that be?
Yeah, she was poisoned.
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
We nod. And GTFO. I guess it could be one of those that makes you look like you're dead. Not like we felt her heartbeat or nothing. Speak to Doware, apparently is his name. Not Doware. Yigiri. The General is safe. What news without? Doware nods. My lady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Yugiri. Then Ilberd and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. Doware. At once, my lady. The ninjas vanish. Who's that dude? Dark stranger. A dude clothed in robes. General Aldin, I presume, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I take out my staff. Alphanon, he also takes out his book. Who are you? Identify yourself. Dark stranger. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. Oh, really? For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Oriange awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. The Dark Stranger shakes their head. This is no ruse, I assure you. Obviously, if you're gonna... people who are not rusing me are gonna just straight up say that they're not rusing me, and those who are gonna ruse me, say that they're rusing me. That's how that works. General Aldin, if you would come with me, I have prepared a carriage, that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Yeah, none of us withdraw our weapons. Oh, there we go. Yugiri and I seem to talk amongst ourselves. Yugiri approaches the stranger, as does Ruban. Let's talk to Alphanon. I have spoken with Oriange via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Ruban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
This is Oriange, but I'm like, oh, I know this guy's voice.
Father!
I feel like it changed from what it was before, but yeah, and I know who that guy is. That's Pippin.
Pippin! My son! And Master Papashan besides!
Pippin, if you don't remember, is the guy that rescued me. The little Lalafell guy. With the dashing long hair.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side. save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
Wait, what? How?
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
As you might be able to guess, she is a Lalafell. She's wearing long yellow robes, a pointed yellow hat, with a, I think, star symbol at the top of it.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Yeah, that's true.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Wait, so Teleji Adeleji tried to kill her, and Lolorito interceded and prevented her death?
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo.
He falls to his knees. Ruban falls to his knees. Also, Ruban is just covered in dirt and filth. It's probably bad for his severed arm.
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
Not much, and only for his own gains.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
Everyone's just kind of like looking at each other awkwardly.
As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind.
I think I have seen her at the meetings. I don't remember her speaking, though.
You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue her grace, and take your place at her side once more, for her sake, and that of our nation.
Urianger steps forward and they start talking. Well, Urianger steps forward and he talks to Ruban. Speak to Alphanod. I had not counted on Princess Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicion regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Prescient? I don't know. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Ruban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Suikyun. Thank you. Oh god, we have options. Fending, slaying, aiming, healing. Let's get the healing one. Goal break. It's my achievement. To siege or not to siege? I'm gonna go with siege. Ruban and I are talking. He got a little call in his earphone thing. Tataru? Yes, General Ruban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well. We shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarupin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. Alright. Got some nice music going on here. Let's talk to Alphanod real quick. Let us hear what the Count has to say. Let's see what Tataru has to say. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Ruban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravarnian attack, and Lord Hatchafant was desperate to get hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. Okay. We see Hatchfant and the Count and his two sons. And we enter the room. Hatchfant, my friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Count Edmund de Fortemps. Mistress Astrobot, Master Leveilleur, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. Artoriel. When the observatorium's bell tolls, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. Eminelian. I think his name is like Eminelian? Eminelian? I like Eminelian. In case you haven't heard, he flicks his hair dramatically because he's a poof. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Count Edmund. Nothing minions Nidhogg minions gather once more for war. He ponders this, then shakes his head. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. I mean, that is kind of a good point. I will protect you. Oh wait, can you protect us? Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. To remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Oh, well, damn. I feel like I just got here and I might have to leave already? Oh, shit. Thatcher, what do you have to say about that? What will become of this place and us? I mean, we could kick some more dragon ass, I suppose, but damn. Speak to Alphanod. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more, the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Suicune? Let's see, what say you? I would say in fight, we cannot stay here, or... I would say in fight. Let's do it. Alphanod. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. I wonder what would have happened if I had said, yeah, we need to turn and run. I'm actually kind of curious as to what these guys say. Artorio, what do you say? The Observatorium bells have told, either flee this place or make ready for war. Hatchafant, what do you got to say? The coming of the Horde spells ruin for Ishgard, but her knights shall fight to the last to shield her citizens from harm. It's very noble. See, Count Edmund. I confess I know not where else you might seek sanctuary, but few places are like to be more perilous than a city under siege. Possibly. A Manelian. How many dragons would it take to darken the midday sky, do you think? 1,000? More? Too many at any rate. I mean, it's more than one. Unless it's one really big one. Alphanod's Way. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I'd said, like, oh, we can't, we have to flee, he probably would have been like, nope, we're staying. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It's only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss this path that lies before us. Yeah, Tataru should have a say in what we do, even though I'm pretty sure she's going to say, like, no, we can fight, we can do it. Because we're awesome!
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
Kind of
with
are.
certain notable exceptions.
Yeah, a little bit. We consider.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
I nodded.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
What crimes exactly did she confess to? I mean, she admitted to accidentally causing death. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinien? Estinien? I think it's Estinien.
Estinien?
No, I think you did just say Estinien. Oh yeah, that's the Dragoon guy.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
I mean, that would just perpetuate more war, wouldn't it?
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Isart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinien. We shall be honored to have you with us.
Estinien. Okay.
I am glad to be of service.
Elphanod. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning, Yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught, should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. Yep. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. I mean, I am the Warrior of Light. Elphanod turns to Tactaru. Tactaru, I would ask that you remain at Fortemps Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir! Well, this is gonna be interesting. I'm sure this will go very, very well. Again, I don't understand. I still don't get what makes them heretics. I mean, they're dragons. So it's just being a dragon mean you're a heretic? Is that how that goes? Or did dragons do something? Or do they worship a god that just hates the hell out of dragons? I still don't quite get that. Temple Knight Guard. So, you would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray, make it quick.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
Merrick is talking to some kind of knight with Lucia standing guard behind him on his left side.
At once, my lord.
The guard leaves.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
He says with a smile.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emeric, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
Sir Omer crosses his arms and looks doubtful.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
America crossed his arms and closed his eyes for a moment in thought. And speak to Estinien. I will say this for your plan. It has me keeping secrets from the Holy See seems almost entertaining. Oh wait, I think I read that wrong. It has made keeping secrets from the Holy See almost entertaining. I mean, do what you gotta do, man. And in case you don't know, I still have Midgardamr, that little dragon minion that I got from before. He's still following me around. Because I assume he's still watching everything I do behind the scenes. Alphanod. Having secured Sir Omeric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their hordes reach a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parlay with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Estinien, let us be about our task. Now we're getting a cutscene.
Such commotion.
So it's the Archbishop Thordan the Seventh, and that's the Pope dude. And he's sitting in his throne. He's got a big long wooden desk in front of him. He's in some kind of. It doesn't look like his throne chamber from before, I don't think. And he's speaking to that knight that he kind of scolded a little bit earlier, the one with the short blonde hair in the white knight clothing. I think his name started with a Z, but I can't remember his name off right. But yeah, he's talking to him alone in this room, and it's kind of dark.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
Yeah, Zephyrin. That guy.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
Zephyrin closes his eyes and bows his head respectfully.
And what of Estinien and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
It kind of looked like Zephyrin turned into an Ascian? Because there was like a blue light, and then his white armor turned black, I think. Like as if he was wearing Ascian robes. And now he's got like weird squiggly stuff around his text box. I wonder if he's posing to be an Ascian. As if they're not going to see through that shit. Come on now. Surely they know who's in their ranks. In search of Iceheart. And I get a wind-up Elfenod doll. Little wind-up Elfenod minion. For completing this quest. Perfect for international summits. Family get-togethers. Pre- or post-battle gatherings. Or any other occasion where the recapitulation whatever recapitulation of past occurrences is absolutely positively necessary. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall await you at Saint Reniet's Forum. Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Oh, is that Estinien? Oh, I didn't even see that. Elfenod. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Suicune, let us head back to Fortemps Manor. Yeah, I think I accidentally read Estinien's as Elfenod's sex. Oops. Elfenod. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Suicune and I return to Ishgard. Just so you know, it's been a few weeks since I've actually played this, even though it'll be in the same video. So I kind of forgot what was going on. Tataru. Well, just be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. Elfenod. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Tataru cheers. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Elfenod. I made it specially. Elfenod. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. Elfenod's got a spiffy new black coat. I think it's pretty neat. Elfenod. By the 12, it fits perfectly. And the quality is actually rather good. It is kind of cool. Tetsuo, I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. Alphanod, my thanks, Tetsuo. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. I mean, it is about time you put some sleeves on. Tetsuo, 'twas the least I could do. Now, I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. She gives a little curtsy. And then leaves. Alphanod turns to me and nods, and then also leaves. Let's see. Speak with Estinien, or whatever that dude's name is. Estinien. Isn't he the, Dragon Lagoon, or whatever that dude's name is? Yeah, whatever that guy is. Dragoon. Gotta go back to the beginning. Oops, that wasn't even the best one. Here we go. Now Alphanod's here. Let's speak to Alphanod. This new attire will serve me well in the bitter cold of Korthus. I shall have to thank Tattoo properly upon our return. Yeah, you should. You were freezing your nips off. Okay, see. Estinien. Estinien? Yeah, he's the, Dragoon guy, I think. You have said your farewells, then? Sure. Alphanod. Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Estinien. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? Alphanod. In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Ysael's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Korthus Western Highlands. He turns to me. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. See, Redwald is over here. What's up, dude? Redwald. Well, well, Mistress Astroma. What business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, which is going to be Alphanod and the Estinien, judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alphanod. Alphanod Levelier at your service. And you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest, in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. Redwald. I see. then you will be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgang Mills. No, that's not right. Gorgagni Mills. 'Tis possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Astrama knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Oh yeah, that whole thing. Forgot about that. Estinien. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. Alphanod nods. Alphanod. A wise use of our time. It's like a friggin' blizzard going on over here. Well, it's not quite blizzardy, but it is very windy. And it is snowing. Must be cold. Come, Suikyun, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. I nod, stoically. I never forgot that, though. Always with the stoicism. Except for that one time when I wasn't. Oh, where's this at? Oh, I have to go all the way there? Shit. Alright, we're back in the frigid middle of nowhere. And it's dark outside. Suck to Alphanod. Just a simple farmhouse. It makes one wonder what the other innocent facades the heretics have chosen to hide behind. I mean, yeah, you're gonna want something very unsuspecting. Talk to the expedition leader. Mistress Astrama. Our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters that we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our numbers were badly wounded. Alphanod. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Suikyun. Alright, if I must. Do I just go in here? He just kind of like went in here. This is where I got stuck last time. I couldn't figure out how to get the hell in here, but he just ran in this general direction. I don't think that's how I get in. I don't get in this fucking place. I don't remember. My friend and I were talking about the hunts and things. And apparently we have different lists. Oh, here we go. Okay. Didn't see that. Well, that looks like a dead bear. Yeah, that kind of looks like a dead polar bear. You have to somehow indicate when we need to stop for a murder. Will do. Alright. Speak to Alphanod while my thing's all glitching out. Oh. Oh dear. The creature took me by surprise. Forgive me. Until my hand stopped shaking, I fear I shall prove more a hindrance than a help. Pray go on ahead, and when you are certain that the rest of these things have been slain, notify the expedition leader that it is safe to return. Why are you so freaked out, Alphanod? It's a polar bear. I mean, you've seen way worse than this polar bear. Yeah. Has he never seen a polar bear before? Alright, well. Time to go look around, I guess. I don't know why he's so freaked out over a polar bear, but okay. I get that it may have taken him by surprise, but damn, dude. See, here's more polar bears. You don't see me Aw, this looks like a little baby polar bear. Alright, well, time to murder them, I guess. Oh, they did. Yes, that basement. Okay, now go back outside, speak with the expedition leader. Alfred, he's still freaked out. I killed... So apparently this was probably, like, the dad bear, and I just killed the mama and baby bear. That's sad. I heard a frightful growling from below. You encountered more of the beasts, I take it. Yeah, and my friend took care of them. Oh, so I can never find out where I'm supposed to go. Oh, Estinien is here. My inquiries availed me not. The patrol leader had little to say beyond which of his extremities the frost had bitten the hardest. I mean, it is cold as balls out here. Expedition leader. The beasts are slain, then? My thanks, Mistress Astroma. We may return to our duty without fear of a mauling. Yep. I got a wind-up Elfinod doll. Perfect for international summits, family get-togethers, pre- or post-battle gatherings, or any other occasion where the recapitulation of past occurrences is absolutely positively necessary. Okay. Wait, is that something that he does? I haven't really noticed that. Does he just, like, constantly recount everything that just happened? Got my little wind-up mini Elfinod. From one heretic to another. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart. Is this not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw. But I'd wager these epistles? Yeah, whatever. Contained more than friendly salutations between lonely heretics. Tiny friend of tiny friend. I mean, he is pretty small. He's probably, like, almost my size. Estinien. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. I mean, that's how shit works. You have to go back inside? Collect heretics' epistles. Never heard that word before. Dead bear is still a dead bear right there. That's not where I'm supposed to go. I'm assuming I'm supposed to go back into the basement. Heretic epistle. Let's collect it. Oh, I can speak to these guys. Speak to Elfinod. It's not a good angle. I have found some few of these letters. Let us gather a respectable stack and see what the secrets the expedition captain can wring from the collected correspondence. Estinien. Where are these damnable pages? I'd rather battle 2 Avis than continue this confounded search. I mean, does your god not give you sparkles in the name of the thing you're looking for in a very easy to spot manner? Because mine does. Expedition leader. Ah, the letters were in a neat pile just here, but 'twould seem the skirmish with the beast has scattered them rather thoroughly. I mean, yeah, just look in some corners. I mean, you guys are lucky they didn't get burned up by these candles that are right next to it. And then there's one more I gotta find. I'm not sure why I'm not finding it. I mean, it should be easy to spot unless I'm just looking in the wrong place. Okay, Estinien, I can understand why you're frustrated. 'Cause, I mean, it's a small room. I should be able to see it. It's the only place it can be. Is it behind this desk? No. That is a cool dragon-looking statue thingy. I don't think the papers went up here. Oh, it freaking did. It actually did go upstairs. How did it get upstairs? Whatever. Alright, fine. That was cheating game. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Yeah, I found all 3 of them. One somehow blew upstairs. Don't ask me how. Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Levelier and Sir Estinien, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings between the Gorgagni Mills heretics and their fellows in the Afa amphitheater. Oh, is that the one in the 12's Wood or whatever? There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Sounding out the amphitheater. The Akafa Amphitheater. The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? Was it? I don't remember that. If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. You can when your friend has a flying car. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moen Brida succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgagni Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Aetheorite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I am wrong, Estinien, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Aetheorite from this side of the wall? Estinien. It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. They better not, I'm the chosen one. Alright, let's speak to Estinien. I think something just attacked me. What ails our young lord? The moment we arrived at the wall, his face took an ashen pallor. Does he fear facing the heretics within their own lair? I mean, Alphinaud is kind of a cautious sort of dude. Alphinaud, do you recall the first time you ventured into these tunnels in search of Lady Iceheart? Kind of vaguely, honestly. It seems an age ago, does it not? Back then, I still believed myself the commander of the Crystal Braves. Oh yeah, all that shit happened. Oh yeah. It was Adelphel. We have begun surveying the Warners for the western entrance, but progress is slow. 'Twould seem not all the rats have left the nest. Don't worry about that, I'll take care of it. Tristan Chamble. Yeah, Trista Chamble. Ah, the guests of House Four Temps, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnel if that is your will. Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Yeah, I kept thinking this was the amphitheater in 12's but no, we're in the middle of snowy abyss. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not likely to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. I mean, that's fair. Ah, it's a... dang it. Alright. This single player thing, I hate that. I want my friend to kick butt with me. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, we're at the, Alphinaud. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Yeah, we're basically at that, that area where we fought Shiva and, Lady Iceheart that last time. That's where we're at. Estinien. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. That blue fire is pretty cool. And you just look and there's like 4 guys ready to kick my ass right there. Heretic. Dogs of Ishgard! Is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? I mean, I can see where you would get that idea. Alphinaud, say your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Heretic, do you think us fools, boy? It would take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. Estinien, my reputation precedes me. Yeah, you're not helping, dude. Alphanod. They give us little choice. Heretic. Come, brothers. May dragon wings bear us to victory. Alright, I'm going to kick your ass, even though you were trying to avoid it. But so much for that. You will not defile this sacred place a second time. No, wait. We did not come here to fight. I mean, we really didn't. Waste no more words on them. They are deaf to reason. Of course you would think that. We didn't come to fight, honestly. I mean, we knew we were going to have to, because
your guard is down.
That wasn't our purpose. I swear. This game's so much easier when I can just do AoE attacks. By the Fury, thee partake of the blood of the dragons. 7 hells! Can dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? Oh yeah, now I'm fighting, like, dragon dudes. And they're dead. You should not have come here, Ishgardians. Why not? The giant. Another dude turned into a drake. You are fortunate indeed. Behold the true power of our faith. One of the dudes transformed into a bigger dragon. 12 for Fenn. I mean, he's a big dude. At last, a foe I might sink my lance into.
Know your folly.
I haven't bothered to, like, heal or get out of any AoEs or anything like that. I've just been spamming kill. That's what I've been doing. There we go. And we won. Heretic. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. They limp the hell away. Alphanod shakes his head sadly. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. Estinien. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, as so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. Alphanod. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estinien? Estinien. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the dreaming dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magicked slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy See sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. Alphinaud. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. Let's speak to Alphinaud. Only in the land where war has raged for 1,000 years could enough ash fall to bury a dragon the size of an island. I mean, these guys have been very dedicated to their war with the dragons for whatever reason. I don't know if we still ever found that out. Estinien. The dreaming dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Gentelet, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. No. The convictors are dragon slayers. After a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encountered their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. Alphinaud. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Gianalot is just kind of sitting on either a stool or a chair. I can't really quite tell. And he's got his legs crossed. And at first I thought he was reading a book, but no, I can't tell. He's just kind of sitting there chilling. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising. But you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. Alphinaud looks shocked. I beg your pardon? Trust me, dude, just use it. Let them think you're frail until you kick their ass. Estinien, be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. Gentelot. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! He quickly stands up. That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. The other two being all pompous dick. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentelot. Gentelot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. I would question that, given your attitude, but we'll see. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? See, what happened was... Lady Iceheart, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be, somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Yeah, and, whose fault is that, I wonder? Alphinaud. Thank you, we shall. Sukyun, Estinien, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. I nod, stoically. I think Estinien also nodded. I think my move speed just increased. Yeah, apparently my move speed got faster. Let's speak to Alphanod. There's a couple of quests over here. I'm not sure what they are for. Camp of the Convictors. Surely one Alphanod. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Suikin. Alright, see what these dipshits gotta say. Let's speak to Lucier. I think that's how you pronounce that? Lucier? L-U-C-I-A-E? Lucier? Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Perique or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Alright, you are so helpful. Let's see. Boorish Bannerier. Bannerier? I assume this is like French-ish? Because it's banner with an E-T at the end. Banneret. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every... Reitema? Hey, that's half my name. Verma and Bertinent that wander in and out of the camp? I mean, isn't that your job? Boorish Bowman. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. What the fuck is the point of you guys? I hunt dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Wow, these guys are so fucking full of themselves. Alright, fine, let's talk to this Pierre-Quay. Pierre-Quay. Whatever this fucking dude's name is. Pierre-Quay. Summit, I can help you with... Summit, I can help you with, m'lady? I think you meant to say, like, summon? Like, something? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. Oh, you guys are worthless. Alphanod walks up. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. This Pierre-Quay dude has got short gray hair and basically a gray beard and mustache. Looks like an older dude. If it please, my lord, I'm Pierre-Quay, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took upon the spear, see? Oh, wait, it weren't for the love of stabbing folk I took upon the spear, see? I thought he was saying that he did do that, like, yeah, I love stabbing people, so therefore I became a soldier. I mean, that's what you like. It's the job you're gonna go with. No, it was by order of Sir Gentilet's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. I mean, you get paid for 8 hours or whatever, right? Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. I mean, they're getting paid. I don't know what lack of freedom they're talking about. Alphanod thinks. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. That's why unions are important. Pyrrhique. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Oh, really? Estinien. Is that so? Why then am I minded to start a fire. Now you're speaking my language. He's like, let's go burn some shit. That sounds fun. Speak to Alphanod real quick. I am not familiar with the building of signal fires, but how difficult could it possibly be? Depends on the signal, I guess. I don't know. Estinien. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped a hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described it in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Suicune? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphanod, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay, got some yak murdering down. Let's talk to Alphanod. I left Ishgard on a mission of noble purpose, and now here I am scrabbling for sticks in the snow. How can my hands be at once so numb yet so sore? Yeah, usually those things are somewhat mutually exclusive. Estinien. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphanod. He must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need? Yeah, I did some murdering for you. That's some purple smoke going on.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Oh, Iceheart.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
Let's see, what will you say to Lady Iceheart? We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard. We wish to speak with you. We wish to speak with you, I guess.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
I mean, we could always try.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
I mean, do you care to enlighten me? Because I would like to know why this all started. As far as I can tell, just some, religious bickering.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Lady Hart closes her eyes for a moment.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home.
Flashback time! Alright. I think that's is that a yak? I can't even tell what the hell that is.
Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva.
So, it's basically like America. You know, someone discovers a land in which someone's already there, and they decide, well, this is my shit now. As far as I can tell, that's basically what happened, which doesn't surprise me. That's what people do.
While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster.
Oh, she was like petting a giant dragon. Because it's a black and white flashback kind of deal, I thought maybe it was a statue or something.
In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Like, hey, I'm gonna die in 50 years, can you just eat me now? Because apparently that's how that works.
Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound.
So, they give us a good view of this dragon they're talking about. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. He's kind of like one of those long dragons. He's got a long neck, kind of a long torso with a very long tail. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wings, it looks like. There's probably more I'm just not seeing. But yeah, he's got a fuck ton of wings.
In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen.
I believe that's my brand of people. I think I'm an Elezen.
It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted.
Why their eyes? Why would you think their eyes?
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
That's Estinien, because he's the one who's got the eye, isn't he?
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Yeah, he's carrying an eyeball. That's gross.
Good gods.
Yeah, see, Alphinaud's got it right. He's like, good God, man, you're carrying around someone's eyeball just in your pocket. I mean, it's a large eyeball, as you can imagine. It's the size of like a basketball. And it's got like a slit down it, kind of like a cat's eye, I guess.
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
Iceheart crosses her arms and closed her eyes in thought. Yeah, but come on, Estinien, you're carrying an eyeball in your pocket. That's gross. But it seems like, at least from what the story says, so it was like I said, it was Columbus situation. They discovered a new land where essentially people were already there, which is the dragons. And they were like, well, this is my shit now. And then, you know, then you had your Romeo and Juliet, you know, type story where a woman loved a dragon. And then he ate her because souls, I guess. And there was peace between the two peoples for a while because of what the dragon did, because of their strong love or whatever. And then, again, people got a people and went, well, but you're immortal, and I want that, so I'm gonna stab out your eyeball. And that will somehow make me immortal. I'm surprised he didn't eat the damn thing. That's what people do.
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels. And the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
I mean, you guys did start it. You could have just left shit alone.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead?
Alphinaud looks thoughtful.
He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him.
Iceheart's like, are you kidding me? Seriously? How young are you?
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Iceheart looks to the sky. Uh-oh. My chest is glowing. I'm back in the void with the dead crystals. Blue light shines from me into one of the crystals in front of me. Oh, it turned blue. What the fuck's going on? Well, the crystal's back. Oh yeah, because Nidhogg killed all the crystals, didn't he? Back in reality.
Is autumn mist, my friend?
Yeah, Iceheart and Estinien just fucked right off while I was having a stroke or whatever. Alphinaud's the only one who's concerned.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
How about you watch for me and make sure I don't lose sight of you?
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were.
Yeah, so my little Midsgardimer dragon pet, I still am carrying him around. Even though he's still kind of annoying, but that's the point. So, yeah. They're not as faint as they once were, so I'm starting to become the hero of light again. Oh yeah, because I wasn't the hero of light for a while.
Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
I'm going to say probably, considering I am the hero. Oh yeah, that was Nidhogg that did, but I guess it was Midsgardimer that killed all the crystals. Said it's been a few weeks, I already forgot. This game's a lot to try and keep up with. Alright, let's talk to Elfinod. We journey to the homeland of dragons, Suicune. The scholar within me burns to see the sight I have but read about, as does the child within me, I confess. My friend says, Elfinod's only 16. So he's still basically a kid. Let's talk to Estinien. Be on your guard, Warrior of Light. With the Mistress of the Heretics as our guide, we may yet find that we are being led into our graves. I mean, that's always the possibility. Where the chocobos roam. I get a choice of clothing. Ysayle. I think that's Iceheart's actual name, Ysayle. Y-S-A-Y-L-E, Ysayle. You are Suicune, yes? Pray address me as Ysayle, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the Warrior of Light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be... Sorry, my friend is spinning in place. I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. That sounds kind of cool. Sounds pretty spiffy.
Abalathia's Spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Sorry about that. I was not expecting a cutscene right there. Also, there's a couple of hunts. And my thing is freaking out. So we can get it to stop freaking out. Let's talk to Elfinod real quick. This forest was mentioned in the pages of the New Eorzean Geographic. As I recall, the author advised travelers to give the local chocobos a wide berth. According to her, they can be remarkably aggressive. Chocobos? Wow. You'd never think that. Estinien. Do you sense them, Suicune? A gathering of dragons to the west. Talk to Ysayle. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania, the path to Somme. Som-Al, will take us far to the west, beyond the entrance of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead, and see that we are properly provisioned? Alphanod. There is a village here? But I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? Why do people do anything? Ysael. The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marsachamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Estinien. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do so before Ishgard burns. Estinien walks off. He's like, fuck this. I'm out. Alright, Marsachamp, whatever the dude's name is a dark-skinned guy with some black tattoos, semi-short black hair. He's got it tied in a ponytail in the back, and he's got pointy ears, he's got, I think, sideburns, and he's not really wearing a shirt, but he's got some, like, fuzzy arm sleeves. He looks like he's made for kind of the cold, but he's, again, not really wearing a shirt. Marsachamp. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh-ho! Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh-ho, if it ain't the lovely Ysael. It's been too long, girl. Ysael. That it has, Marsachamp. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Som-Al. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Marsachamp. Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. I mean, yeah. Alphanod. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Marsachamp. Bother us? Did Ysael not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Callium trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. Alphanod. I see. Thank you for the explanation. Marsachamp. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Ysael here, but dragons ain't the only thing you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Let's see, none of these clothes are gonna fit me, so I'm gonna take some money. Oh, one of these is something I can wear. Not sure if I want that. I guess I'll get it just in case I do want it. Worse than dragons. I wonder what that could be. Marsachamp. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Yeah, I was. Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives, out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. Oh wow. You think that would just get them burned to a crisp. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. Let's see what Elfenod's got to say about this. I have read widely of the world and its wonders, yet after taking but a few steps into the unknown, I am reminded how much I yet have still to discover. Yep, nothing better than seeing for yourself. Oh, I thought they were going to talk. Ysael. 'Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. Elfenod. You lived here? In Dravania? I mean, is that really so surprising, given her previous actions? Ysael. Aye. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon her, God, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this again. Rivskulgur, whatever. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of this majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Mercichamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather, I remained for some time. Elfenod. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people? Are they people? Huh. Ysael. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. I wonder if they're kind of like the Killik in Star Wars. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. Oh, I guess they would be people. Estinien. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Som-Al, and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. Ysael. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Som-Al, shall we? Oh, we're gonna go piss off some Killik people, aren't we? What's worse than dragons? Killiks. Elfenod. Should we chance to meet Mercichamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Didn't even see what the Nath were, we just killed them. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. Yeah, there's kind of like a knocked-over dragon statue thing looking... whatever thing. Ysael. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphanon. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. So we did live together in peace until some dude stabbed a dragon in the eyeball and took his eyeball. Estinien. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. I mean, propaganda, dude. Propaganda. Ysael. Stubborn fool. How desperately you cling to this false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Alphanon. Enough. Both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Suicune, pray reason with these two. Hey, fuckers, stop it. Let's see, what will you say? Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed. Or it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Just grunt. The truth of the past will be revealed. Alphanon. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Suicune's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinien. Estinien. You would have me keep my counsel until Suicune's vision confirmed the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Ysael. Our meetings with Revsgar will likely provide the catalyst Suicune's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Yeah, I'm a little surprised these two haven't stabbed each other yet. Sucked Alphanon. Dragons in the sky and Nath upon the ground. One must needs spout eyes in the back of one's head to survive this land. Or you can have a friend that drives a flying car and says fuck it to all of it. Estinien. These ant-men are bold to bring their war to the dragon's doorstep. Mayhap we should invite them to man the walls of Ishgard. The Trine Towers. Got some more clothes, none that I can wear. Ysael. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Nope, I don't see that. Spy the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Trine. The place serves as a roost for Revsgar lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Som-Al, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. So I haven't described really the area that we're in yet. We're kind of in like a wide open plains. I mean, there's trees, but not like a forest with the trees, and it's almost like if it was fall. So everything's kind of yellowish and red. Things like that. And we're in the middle of some ruins right now. Let's talk to Alphanod. The Nath are fast becoming a nuisance. They seem to plague our every step. Yours maybe, but not mine. I am level 69 and they're scared of me. Estinien. Huh. 'Twould seem the enemy of mine enemy is also mine enemy. That sucks. Ysael. 'Tis as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Alphanod. Marzachamp did not exaggerate them. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed, if they would threaten the dragon so openly. Do they intend to assault their lair, the lair itself? Ysael. I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nat's muskets. Oh, they have muskets. Maybe they're not like the Killik. There is no route to save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. I mean, I'm okay with that. Though again, I haven't really noticed it, but my friend's also just been, flying us over everything, so haven't had to worry about it. Let's talk to Alphanod. The scale of this structure is nothing short of astounding, but that is only to be expected, I suppose, given the size of its occupants. Let's see, I didn't really look at it. Oh, damn. That is a pretty big structure, isn't it? Yeah, it's a pretty huge stone structure. Speak to Estinien. A greater dragon approaches. Oh. Ysael. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the country yard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. Estinien. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. Ysael, you truly are beyond salvation. Come then. I mean, at least he promised us to start a fight. I mean, that's good. Ysael steps forward.
Vidofnir!
She looks up and calls. That's a dragon.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
It is a kind of like a, I almost want to say like it's a demonic dragon looking thing, because I mean it's a dragon, but the way its face is shaped and it's got these giant ram horns coming out of it, and it's gray, like ash gray. I mean it looks kind of demonic to me.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
See, you're not helping, Estinien.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
Good luck with that guy around.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Resvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Elfenod had looked to me and I nodded and he nodded. We're like, yeah, we're about to go murder some other primal, aren't we?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
I mean, I am a primal killer. I've killed, like, what, 7 of them now?
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
And she flies away.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Estinen's looking at her like, I want to stab her so bad. Because I'm guessing killing the Nath god is not going to be a very peaceful thing. It's off to Elfenod. Once more, a primal rears its head, and once more the task of slaying it falls to you. Would that I, too, possess the echo? Oh yeah, I guess you don't possess the echo, do you? Estinien. By the Fury. Must we now defeat a primal that we might treat with a worm? I do begin to see how you gained your reputation for surmounting the insurmountable. Yeah, I bet. Before I go talk to her. So I'm not sure what that's going to trigger. Let me go get this ether right over here. There we go. Just want to make sure I had that in case something stupid happened. Like, put me right into a dungeon, even though it hasn't done that yet, but just to be sure, so I don't forget as well. There's a couple of... What's there dragon dudes I can talk to? So here's a little dragon. What does this guy say? To Wai Thra. Bear. Ayagathin. Bandersnatch. I will feast on them all when I am a dragon grown. Oh, yeah, he's a little baby dragon. I thought he was just like a small dragon. Alright, let's speak to Ysael. Gifts for the outcasts. Well, let's see. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Estinien? Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. Ysael, I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Alphinaud, enough! Enough, I say! If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? Ysayle. My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marcichamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Alright, Marcichamp. What do you have to say? Oh ho, back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... See, what happened was... Apparently I just interrupted. Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trade and habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we banter with a small hive to the north and west of here, outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. Alphinaud. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Marcichamp. Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of Kalim tree fruit, and, always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. Yay, nothing like babies. Estinien. I shall gather the fruit, leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. I mean, taking the easy shit. My friend's got a flying car. Ysayle. Then I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphinaud's arcane assistance. Marcichamp. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down, and we'll call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. Alphinaud. You have been most kind, Master Marcichamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks, and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. And it's gonna be me. Oh well. Haven't heard that in a while. Alright, my friend finally convinced me I better go do my class quests. Let's talk to Ray O'Senna. Taint misbehaving. I mean, if your taint is misbehaving, that's probably a problem. I want to see a doctor about that. Rhea. Suicune, could you not have come at a better time? We have dire need of your aid. Oh, you could not have come at a better time. There isn't time to explain. No, but that trouble is afoot, and I would ask you to meet me at the Guardian Tree. fate starter on my character right as I got here. Rhea. How fares the Great One? She asks her brother. Arun Senna. Unchanged from before, I'm afraid. He repeats the same words over and over. Rhea. Then it falls to us to glean their meaning. Very well. They look to me. Rhea. Suikyun, you will recall the time we performed the quieting and quelled the Greater One's rage. Since that day, we have continued communing with him to ensure that all is well. And it was, until recently. I am afraid to say that an unsettling change came over the Great One some days ago. He has taken to repeating the same words to us. The taint floodeth the forest, it beating heart to befoul. It's beating heart to befoul. Rune. I think it's Arun. After some inquiries and research, we were able to learn that the Great One has spoken these words before, during the time of A Tawa Cant. Immediately, we were made to wonder, when Master A Tawa embarked upon his journey of healing, could his purpose have been to protect the forest from the taint of which the Great One now warns? Rhea. We sought to delve further into this, but no accounts of Master A Tawa's journey are to be found at Stillglade Fane. Such records as exist are in the keeping of his foremost student, the mage who recovered his remains from Ogoramoro. If he's still alive, he may be able to assist us. We have prepared a missive, and we would ask that you deliver it into his hands. After interring his beloved master, the man is said to have taken up residence at Full Gourd Float, that he might even be near to tend the tomb. If he is there still, the locals shall be able to point you in his direction. While you see to this task, my brother and I shall remain here and continue observing the Great One. My thanks in advance, Suikyun. Speak to Theorand. You seek Master A Tawa's former student? I'm afraid he has departed for the realm yonder. His granddaughter now tends to the tomb at Proud Creek in his stead. If truth be told, I am worried about her. The area is thick with fiends, and even experienced wood whalers avoid venturing there unaccompanied. Summerhill. A Tawa Cant's old student? I heard that someone's tending the tomb, but it's a young maid, as I recall. Yeah, that first guy had, like, a lot more information. Eliun, whatever. That old fellow? I'm afraid he passed away some years ago. I remember him well, though. He took care of his master's tomb to the very end. His granddaughter, Achieva, tends to the place now, and she's been especially attentive since those accursed bandits came and defiled it. Uh-oh. wanted to go kill some people, but I found a Shiva. Thank you so much. So focused was I on tending to the tomb, I failed to notice the fiends approaching me. Yeah, I gotta be careful. What? You're searching for the granddaughter of Master Eitawa's former student? Then you need search no more. I am a Shiva. Know that I have taken on my grandfather's responsibilities. If it is within my power to help the Seed Seers, then I should be glad to do so. Let's see. Pajali Missive. A passionate entreaty for aid penned by the Pajal Rhea Osena. The taint threatens the Twelves Wood? Nafika have mercy. As the Seed Seers have surmised, 'twas to purge the taint that Master Eitawa journeyed the length and breadth of the realm. Simply put, the taint is ether that has been befouled. If we are to be rid of it, we must find the source of the corruption and cleanse it. The question is, are the Seed Seers prepared to do as Master Eitawa once did? At any rate, it is best that I speak with them directly. I shall make my way to the Guardian Tree at once. Rhea. My thanks for finding a Shiva, Suikyun. She has told us all. Yeshiva's just kind of a very simple type lady. She's just wearing very simple, like, brown top with a simple brown dress, some long black hair, and she looks human. No pointy ears or anything like that. Arun Senna. If we are to protect the Twelves Wood from the taint, we must needs deal with the corruption at its source. Is that the way of it? She nods. Well, Shiva nodded. It is. This is why Master Eitawa embarked upon his journey, heedless of his Pajali heritage. Rhea thinks. And yet, Master Eitawa was no ordinary Pajal. We are duty-bound to remain in the forest. We cannot simply leave it. Raun Senna. Suikyun, I am loath to ask this of you. After all, you have already done for us, but the preservation of the Twelves Wood is at stake. You are not Pajali, and hence are not bound by the laws which bind us. Will you embark upon this quest in our stead? Shiva. She looks mad, unless those are just how her eyebrows are. With all due respect, I cannot believe what I am hearing. You would entrust the fate of the forest to an adventurer? Yeah, she mad. Rhea. Calm yourself, and know that Suikyun is no ordinary adventurer. Damn right, I'm the chosen one. Nay, she is a white mage, true, chosen by Master Eitawa himself to be his successor. She bears his soul crystal and his legacy both. I have every confidence that you will be able to purge the taint. As such, I would join my voice to my brother's request. Shiva thinks. Master Eitawa's successor? That such an individual existed. I wish to make a request of my own. In his youth, my grandfather served Master Eitawa proudly, accompanying him wherever he went, and assisting in purification rituals. It has ever been my desire to emulate my grandfather's deeds. If Suicune is to undertake this quest to eliminate the taint, I would likewise accompany and assist her. Rhea crosses her arms. Rhea, the journey will be fraught with peril. Are you willing to risk life and limb solely for the sake of emulating your grandfather? Eschiva, I am, my lady, but that is not the whole of it. I cannot sit idly by while a threat encroaches upon the Twelveswood. It is our home, and we each of us must do our part to protect it. Rhea, she looks down thoughtfully. Our part? I see that your heart is true. Very well. Assuming that Suicune consents, I see no reason why she would not. You have our blessing to accompany her. The fate of the Twelveswood is in your hands. We shall pray for your success. We nod, stoically. Eschiva, we will need to make plans for the journey. Please come and see me at Fulgord Float. Eschiva. And they call themselves Pajals. You wonder at my irritation. I shouldn't doubt. I suppose I ought to explain. You see, I was brought up on the tales of Master Eitawa's journeys, the sufferings he endured for the sake of the Twelveswood. Young though I was deeply touched by his courage and sacrifice, and to this day his deeds remain close to my heart. That is why it irks me that the Seed Seers will not lift a finger to help the forest. But thankfully we have you. As Master Eitawa's chosen, you are far more dependable than any Pajal alive. Now then, let us speak of our journey. Grandfather left his records of Master Eitawa's journeys in my keeping. I shall scour them for clues as to where we must go. While I do this, pray attend to your own preparation. I shall be here when you are ready to strike out. The next White Mage quest will be available from Eschiva upon reaching level 52. Well, I'm level 69, so I'm good. A Journey of Purification. You come at a good time, Suicune. I believe I have found a clue in my grandfather's records. There is a passage which tells of the time when the taint reached the forest via a subterranean water vein. Master Eitawa traced it back to its source at Abalathea's spine, and there he purged the corruption. Lest you wonder, 'tis the mention of the water vein that interests me. Allow me to explain. Though the danger to the Twelveswood has become so dire as to elicit emphatic warnings from the Great One, none of the Pajals or hearers were aware of it. If we then consider the Great One's warning that the taint shall flood the forest, I am inclined to conclude that befouled ether is being conveyed via water veins. Years have passed since Master Eitawa purged the taint. A new source of corruption may well have manifested in the intervening time. First, I suggest we take our investigation to the central highlands of Corthus, which form the southern edge of Abauthia's spine. Pray meet me at Camp Dragonhead. Everything is frozen over. I had read about the snow-swept mountains of Corthus, but no amount of reading can substitute for seeing, and definitely feeling. I have a confession to make. This is my very first time setting foot outside the Twelveswood. Then you must really be freezing. The experience is proving to be at once fascinating and frightening, but I digress. While I awaited your arrival, I spoke with some of the knights about water veins. They say that one passes beneath the area just south of here. The area happens to be thick with fiends, and these fiends happen to have grown unnaturally aggressive of late. I would wager that the taint is to blame for this change. A short while ago, a band of knights departed for the area in question on a mission to call the unruly creatures. Shall we go and join them? Gonna go leave the party because I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me do that. Nishiva, my suspicions were correct. The taint has driven the fiends into a frenzy. Let us aid the knights, then see to the cleansing. Yep, it was a single-player thing. Focus on mending our hurts. Oh, it wants me to focus on healing. Yeah, I practice for being a healer, honestly. Yeah, there's just tons of beasts everywhere. This break, we must break it down. That's you guys' job. I'm supposed to keep your dumbasses alive. tried to do a group heal, but I don't think it worked on me. I mean, it is kind of nice to have one where my responsibility is to healing. I do think my guys are winning, at least. I think most of their pieces down. I think we got one left. There we go. Let's go touch the foul taint. I am interacting with the foul taint. I want to consider soap. And it disappeared. The soldiers bow to me. And then walk off. Eschiva. This energy, soothing and pure, 'tis precisely as my grandfather wrote. And your soul crystal, I believe it has taken on a new radiance. In all likelihood, the spirit of Master Eitawa within has bestowed upon you greater power. I wonder, could it be that the act of purifying serves to empower the white mage? She shakes her head. Not me, but Eschiva shakes her head. If this is true, it makes the Pajal's refusal to leave the forest even more incomprehensible. I mean, you do grow more with struggle. I mean, that's just how that goes. How long will they allow their laws to dictate their actions to the detriment of reason? At any rate, there is not more to do here. Let us return to Camp Dragonhead. Eschiva, let us review what we have learned. As we have suspected, the taint is being borne along subterranean water veins. According to my grandfather's records, the headwater of the vein we just visited is situated further to the west. Unfortunately, it lies beyond the holy see of Ishgard. As foreigners, we will require special permission to pass through the city. I shall contact Stillglade Fane and request to have the Elder Seed Seer issue us with the necessary papers. Of course, were one of the Seed Seers here, we would not have to go through all this hassle. I shall survey the lay of the land in order to ascertain our next destination. Meanwhile, I suggest you take the time to accustom yourself to your newfound power. I shall be here when you are ready to resume our mission. So I got Asylum, envelops a designated area in a veil of succor, granting healing over time to self and any party member who enter. Seems like it's a weak, very weak potency, though. And Secret of the Lily. Adds a lily to your healing gauge. For every 20 seconds you are engaged in combat, up to a maximum of 3. Okay. No idea what the hell that is. Strike a pose! White Mage, healing gauge unlocked. Alright, what does this say? That's kind of pretty. The healing gauge displays the current number of lilies a White Mage has accumulated. Lilies are accumulated as time passes while engaged in combat. Lilies are consumed by using the actions Afflatus Solace and Afflatus Rapture, acquired at level 76. You can view the job gauge description at any time from the Actions and Taints menu. So I guess, like, the purple things are the lilies. Ooh, what's this AoE thing? That lily thing is way bigger than I thought it would be. Alright, that's in the way. What's up? See what this does. Oh, it's a fancy bubble. Kind of looks like, actually like a bubble. Oh, whoops. I completely left my friend. I'll have to get him in a second. The girl with the dragon tissue. Huh. I am terribly sorry for the wait, Suikyu. It has taken a while, but our request to pass through Ishgard has been granted. We may now continue on to the Western Highlands. First, I suggest we make a brief stop in Falcon's Nest. If there has been an anomaly in the area, the locals may be able to tell us something. Yeah, I want to put that lily thing somewhere, because it's... 1, it's big, and 2, it's in my way. I don't understand that. It's covering my, quests. Shiva. So this is Falcon's Nest. To think that the architectural styles can differ so even within the same nation. Going to new places is a veritable feast for the senses. Such wonders grandfather must have beheld in his journeys with Master Aitawa. But such musings must wait. We have a task to do. Let us begin by speaking with the people here. When you have finished, pray come and meet me at the hamlet's northern entrance. Alright, let's go find some peeps. Speak to Torsine. I am unfamiliar with this taint of which you speak. We do consider dragons unclean, however. Speaking of the beasts, lately there have been reports of a strange woman skulking about their remains. We are on the lookout for her, lest she prove to be a heretic. Again, I don't know what this whole, like, heretic shit came about. I forgot to add my friend to the party. That's one reason why I hate the whole, like, you have to leave party and all that stuff, because then now I've teleported halfway across the world, and my friend doesn't know where I am. Let's speak to for Chitax. The Taint? Never heard of it. We have a strange visitor, however. A foreigner woman with the stench of death about her. Suspicious as she was, I decided to steal a peek at her belongings and... forgive me, but the mere recollection of it is like to bring up my lunch. Anyway, after that, some few of us confronted her and demanded to know her purpose, but she refused to say a word. Nay, she looked straight through us with empty eyes and left the hamlet. As I recall, she was headed to the north and west. Wherever it is she has gone, we are well rid of her. I think... Oh, no. I was gonna say I think there's someone else I need to speak to, but... Nope, now I just have to speak to Ashiva. The rumors of this strange woman are on everyone's lips. This is likely but a coincidence, but it appears we are headed the same direction as her. There are water sources in the northwestern corner of the region, frozen lakes to be precise, and I would take our investigation there. I mislike the sound of this woman, and I'd sooner not cross paths with her, but we have a mission to fulfill. Let us keep moving. I mean, not gonna lie, these people are pretty judgmental, so just some average person being labeled as a heretic, I wouldn't really put a whole lot of stock in that. Eschiva. Good gods! The stench is overpowering, even in this frigid clime. Clime like C-L-I-M-E. I think she meant climate. Forgive me for interrupting, but what are you doing? Oh, I guess there's someone else here. Oh yeah, someone else is here. Malodorous Maiden. Searching. She's a dark elf, maybe? She's got long blonde hair, and I don't know if it's just the lighting, but she looks like she's, like, black. Like, black. Rather more damage than I would have liked, but it will serve. After all, the experiment proceeds apace. Eschiva. Experiment? What in the heavens are you doing? The person stands up and turns around. Oh, she does look very black, like really black. I think she's one of those dragon people. I think so. Yeah. She's basically, like I said, long blonde hair, straight up black, and then she's wearing like black and gold robes, it looks like. Melodorous Maiden. Why must I justify myself to you? Eschiva. Well, I suppose you have no obligation to do so. It's just not every day that I see someone, rummaging through a dragon's corpse. Melodious Maiden. So I frighten you then. You find me repulsive, like the rest of them. I mean, that's not what I said, but okay. Eschiva. No, you must understand. I didn't mean to give offense. Just weird is all. Whatever you do is your business, to be sure. But it isn't safe to be alone out here. Melodorous Maiden. She just kind of shrugs with a sigh. What would you suggest then? That I find a stout protector like your friend? As if anyone would be willing to help me. What kind of life have you lived? Damn. Does everyone hate you for some reason? This aura you emanate. They sent you to hound me, haven't they? To remind that witch, Alaka, that she has no place in the world. What? Ashiva. Alaka? Oh, I guess this girl's name is Alaka. I thought you meant someone else. I am warning you. Leave me alone. Okay. Well, that was awkward. Shiva. Well, that was certainly queer. I know not what compelled me to speak with that woman. Alaka, I believe she called herself. But I must confess to being morbidly curious about her experiment. But I mustn't let myself be distracted. We have work to do. He's probably going to be bothering us later. Unless I am mistaken, the taint has manifested in this area. Let us split up and search for it. Shiva, you found the taint and purified it? Well done. Yep, I did. Though I cannot help but wonder, is it truly a coincidence that the taint chanced to have manifested where we met Alaka? Brrr. Being frozen to the bone isn't conducive to conversation. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and warm ourselves before we discuss matters in earnest. And that's fair. Oops, I didn't mean to actually do that. I'll get him back in a second. Shiva, with your most recent effort, I sense that your powers continue to grow. Suffice it to say, this is a boon to our cause. The mission proceeds smoothly thus far. If we continue following the water vein, it should lead us to the source of the taint. As for the stranger, Alaka, never have I felt so unsettled in someone's presence. The thought that she might be connected to the taint also bothers me, but until we know for certain, it avails us not to dwell upon it. For now, I shall resume my investigation of water veins, and to try and deduce other locations where the taint might appear. Leave the investigative aspect of the mission to me, and pray continue honing your powers of purification. After all, no one else can purge the taint but you. So I got stone 3, so now my stones hit harder. And yeah, upgrade stone 2 to stone 3. Cool. I can bash things in the face better. Purify the taint, you have honed your powers as a white mage. The Dark Blight Writhes. I would get a size. Don't know what that is. Terrible news, Suicune. The manifestation of the taint you purged here has reappeared. The fiends nearby were driven into a frenzy all over again, and they reportedly attacked a knight on patrol. Though the man managed to flee to the convictory, his wounds are grievous, and to compound matters, the camp's Churgians are all afield and cannot readily return. Yours only chance, Suicune. You must go to the convictory and save him. Okay. I need my, need some Gardemer dude. Need him back so he can annoy me and stalk me. He's in a bad way. Please hurry and tend to his hurts. Wounded Knight. I can't die. What will become of my family? Can I just do like a cure 2 on him? No, not me, him. Oh yeah, good. The pain fades. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Shiva, thanks to you, the danger is past. However, he will still require constant care for a time. I shall remain on hand to help provide it. Meanwhile, you must go and purify the taint that has reappeared west of Banepool. Only you have the power to do so, Suicune. Please hurry before it can cause any more harm. I'm pleased to say that the knight will make a full recovery. Had you not come to his aid, his comrades believed he would have died. I see you've already purified the taint. Good work, Suicune. I must say, though, that its reappearance baffles me. It should have taken far longer for befouled ether to accumulate. I am disinclined to believe that this came about by itself. Nay, I sense that someone had a hand in this. I spoke with the knight after he had sufficiently recovered. Shortly before he was attacked, he caught sight of the foreign woman who reeks of death, Alaka. Wherever she appears, so too does the taint. I wasn't certain before, but now I'm convinced that it is no mere coincidence. Shiva shakes her head. Could it be that she is creating the taint? If so, to what end? Why would she do such a thing? She probably doesn't know she's actually doing it. I know not her designs, but her actions cannot be borne. Should the taint continue to manifest, both Corthus and the Twelveswood would suffer unimaginable damage. Stillglade Fane must know of this threat. I shall send word to them. Though I shan't raise my hopes that the Seed Seers will bestir themselves. Best to assume that we are on our own. Yeah, probably. Now then, our priority now is to track down Alaka. The knight said that she was headed towards the Dravanian Forelands. Let us take our search to the main settlement then. Settlement there. Tailfeather, I believe it's called. I just happened to have been there not that long ago. This quest line is taking us really far. It probably meant for us to do this in conjunction with the main story quest. I think I'm actually by my main story quest. Shiva. I have spoken with a handful of locals. A strange woman has witnessed coming and going, and with some regularity. I'm reasonably confident that it is Alaka, but I shall try to gather more information for good measure. Something occurs to me, Suicune. If Alaka is indeed responsible for creating the taint, she'll not take kindly to our purifying it. It may well come to a confrontation. Pray use this time to further hone your powers, for we shall have need of them ere long. I got a size. Deals unexpected damage with the potency of 400 to all nearby enemies. Additional effect, restore own HP and the HP of nearby party members. Let's see. Cure potency 400, additional effect, restores 5% of maximum MP. That's weird. So you actually gain MP by using it? But it's a recast of 45 seconds, so you can do it once like a fight. By purifying the taint, you have honed your powers as a white mage. Strike a pose. In the wake of death. Now we get something called thin air. Sheila. Good tidings, Suikun. I have acquired definite information on Alaka. As before the stench of death gave her away, the hunter she chanced to walk near couldn't help but notice the smell. When she realized that she was being observed, she quickly turned her steps west towards dragon territory. The hunter shouted a warning, but she continued on heedless. In light of her inclinations, I dare say, she has business there. There is an area called Avalonia Fallen to the west. Let us head in that direction and try to pick up Alaka's trail.